Let's get it rolling here. And
did we do it?
Welcome.
Did we do the bit? Did we do the bit?
We did the whole thing. Welcome to Game Changer World. I'm hoping everybody's feeling great tonight. Frankie's going to be filling in tonight for B. B may be joining us here later. We're going to find out. But yeah, Frankie, how you feeling tonight, bud?
Ow. Well, besides that, yeah, I'm doing all right. How's everybody doing tonight in chat? Let's see. Fajita Cologne called it right away. What are the chances these guys are in costumes tonight? You're right, because we love a dumb comedy bit. All right.
We had to, guys. Yep. That's right. It was my Shatner. Big fan of the Shat. The crew fairy to the crow fairy tale. What's up, Frank? Not yet. We're only in hour 1. Hour 3, it starts to get a little wild. All right. Yeah, Clown, welcome. Good to see you. Ale, nice to see you. Yo, also, Manny is here. Welcome, Manny. Good to see you. I see you on Twitter also off and on. Thank you so much for retweeting and liking what we have here. Fee, show us your We found a juggalo in our midst tonight. Yeah, Fajita, nice to see you as always here. Drew Parker fan, the music is relaxing. I had a choice of a couple and I just kind of downloaded them, we'll just say. So that was the one that kind of made sense to me. And I don't know, there was some music just wasn't all that great. So let's see, who else do we have here? Patrick, good to see you tonight. Also on Twitter, I see you quite a bit. And Craig, what's up? Welcome. All right, so let's just get through this so we can move on here. Please like and subscribe. Hit the bell if you want notified when we go live. Super chats are available. If you want to donate, leave a comment. It is free and really helps us out. And as always, thank you so much for choosing to spend your time with us tonight. Sit down and relax. You are amongst friends. We are going, it looks like we might be going deep into the night, and we have a lot to cover. So what do you say, Frank? We ready to get rolling with the news? We'll just go from there.
I guess. Let's do it. Let's start it up.
All right, then. First piece of business here. Brett Lauderdale had went on Twitter earlier this week, and he'd made a statement regarding Nick Gage. He'd said that, and I'm going to paraphrase, I'm going to take out a couple little pieces here that just weren't as pertinent as the information I'm going to share, but he said, was going to hold off on any kind of public update, but I've seen some speculating, so I'll give a brief update. Nick Gage will not be attending any shows for this foreseeable future. He's currently in treatment and has been for several weeks and plans to stay indefinitely. Expect an update directly from the man himself when the time is right. In the meantime, thanks to all who've been supportive. It's MDK all fucking day. I just also want to say on behalf of Game Changer World, we'd like to wish Nick all the best. And we do hope to see him in some capacity down the road soon.
Yes, of course. You probably saw when this broke, me and John both kind of tweeted the same thing about how, you know, he's too valuable a person to this whole fucked up community we have as professional wrestling fans just to walk away from it. I mean, it's absolutely in his right to do so. It's like it's all of our rights to do so. But, you know, if he still wants to do it, we want him to be there. I would love to see him in a commentary role or doing something, just talking, because God, when he talks, he's just the funniest motherfucker.
I'm with you. I'm with it.
You know,
here we are right here. Other people saying, you know, just help. He's happy he's getting help. Positive vibes, nothing but the best. You and I were talking about this a little bit. We've had a conversation several times about the fact we think that if he's not going to wrestle, the voice of Nick Gage would be great on commentary, especially during death matches. I think that he says out loud what death match fans think. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe there's another way to put it, but you know, if somebody hits him hard,
he doesn't have that corporate filter.
That's the best way to put it right there. One of us. You know what I mean? He gets it just like we do. He loves it just like we do. And I would say a lot more than we do, given his circumstances. Our next piece of news, Collective 2026. It was announced April 15th through the 19th at the Horseshoe in Las Vegas, Nevada. This will be a joint effort between the Collective and WrestleCon. I think that's great news. And so, Frankie, I was just wondering, what shows would you like to see at the Collective? And I'll let you go first because I have two in mind. But
well,
yeah.
I mean, I don't have the experience in Vegas like you do. You know, speaking as a man of that town. I don't know what the propensity for the horseshoe is going to be when it comes to when GCW does what GCW does. So,
yeah.
I mean, I'm going to scream what everybody's thinking out loud: Planet Death.
Yep.
You know, 2 words. That's all we need to fucking say. It's just run Planet Death. If not Planet Death, let's get weird with it. Let's get fucking Guy Steele's early morning show. Let's get that 3 a.m. clusterfuck. Let's get there had been some other dumb show sprinkled in there over the years. I can't remember. I'm so rattled from all the things I've done. All the things I've done and things I don't remember at professional wrestling shows. DDT. I remember. Who was it? Was it DDT or was it Tokyo Joshi that had like one of the best shows of Collective?
Oh, Tokyo threw it down. TJPW threw fucking, like, they put every American female on notice. That was one hell of a show. I recommend if anybody gets a chance, go back and see what pure, you know, Japanese female wrestling is. They fucking rocked it right here.
And I'd also like to, sorry to cut you off, John, but I'd also like to see the Collective go back to what it was meant to be, where it was, you know, GCW had their name on the building, but all these other local feds from around the country came in because that's what it was before GCW kind of, you know, I'm not going to say monopolized it, but it became kind of more of an internal product more than like, you know, hey, we're going to run some shows and all our friends are coming too, like it was back at Dallas. I think Dallas was probably the last one where it was a lot of partner shows. When you say, you know, every day it had at least 2 partner shows on it. And to an extent, I think LA did as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, we had that show was heavy Japanese talent, if I remember. So, that's
that was
question.
Coda was at Collective LA too. So,
yeah. So then let's put this one up real quick here. Wonder if the team up between Collective and WrestleCon is a trial run for when the Fed goes to Saudi. That's a very gray area. I don't know if a lot of the talent from GCW would ever want to do anything like that whatsoever. That's a very far reach between the two, but I get what you're saying there. I don't know, given how Brett is, if he would want to do something like, I don't know. That's a real gray area because money talks and this is a business.
Let's just say they're not going to be running a big gay brunch at Saudi. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, that's not happening. Sadly. That's, well, again, you know, that's another slice of what GCW does. You know, you're going to have that representation, and it's really crappy when we're not able to do. That's like when we're in a state that we can't, you know, bleed or we can't use glass. It's like you're really taken away from some of our charm, quote unquote.
Yeah.
So,
we'll call it charm tonight. Okay, cool.
Reed, welcome. Good to see you in here.
You're late, jerk.
Yeah, late. Look what you did, you little jerk. Let's see. That was one of my favorite things when they had multiple promotions involved, because I stay up all the nights last year for the Collective to tweet about Gabe Kidd and Zack Sabre Jr. and all the show. Yeah, I totally get that. Let me tell you, the last 3 years, especially, I've been dead on my feet just because you go home if you're lucky, you're going to bed at 4:30 in the morning and you're getting up and you're back at it by 9-10. I mean, if you want to get a shower and breakfast. Like if you're lucky. And that's if you're on the premises, add 15 to 30 minutes of a drive.
That's going back when I did Dallas. That's what we were doing. We were there at 11 a.m. and we the last show would empty out like 2 or something. We'd get like, Domino's for something, on the ride home. And then, just go home, eat half a pizza and collapse. And then hope that you remember how to brush your teeth the next morning for the next set of shows,
Dude, you're going to see it out here for sure. It's one of those things where there's so many shows and you're going to be so spent after an amount of time that the minute you hit the air conditioning, or a nice shower, and then you just crash.
Yeah.
It's wild. Right here, Reed is asking, are we thinking no extra promotions
I'm
for
thinking
WrestleCon?
I'm hoping we see more than it has been, because it's been what, like 1 or 2 partner promotions recently? It was
Yeah, it's
like
been kind of slim.
it was like what? It was like a TJPW solo show, it was a DDT solo show, and then it was Japan versus GCW type something or other, and that was like all the external collaboration. There's so many good feds out west
Yeah,
within striking distance, all those LA feds that could easily make a drive out to Vegas, that I would like to see more collaboration. Obviously, it's not my money, it's not my building, it's not my house,
right.
but that's what I'd love to say.
Mention this also. Mance Warner getting married. Big congratulations. Awesome job. Probably no fourth rope on this
Probably
one.
not. Probably not.
That's okay. That's okay. But yeah, this was truly supposed to be the collective. So I mean, at some point it would have been cool, get Defy down here, House of Glory down here, some of our bigger indie feds that I feel would do.
Fucking Hood Slam.
You know what? I was saying this years ago. We should have had really Hood Slam doing more, and they were here at one time. But I don't feel it worked well. But yeah, it was a year ago, especially. Hood Slam could have definitely been on here, and all the talent are here, and they are quality fucking talent.
Yeah.
We've seen the Stoner Bros. We've seen some of these people come through. They're fantastic. Yeah, and that's the problem here, the Hood Slam situation.
Oh, I didn't know it. I'm sorry. That's outside my news bubble. I didn't know.
It's West Coast. Sometimes you don't really, let's see. Reed kept saying here, Slamtown. I don't know much about Slamtown, so I'll have to trust Reed on that because he knows his wrestling. You know what I mean?
I just Googled it real quick, and it's still, their Instagram handles are still Hood Slam, so it could be like one of those, like, IHOP became IHOB or whatever situations where they're rebranding as a gimmick.
Like a simple rebrand, take a break, and then come back when it's which is smart. I mean, if that's what's going on, I don't know the whole situation, so I can't really speculate on that one. Because I mean, I could be speculating.
Someone who's better versed that way.
There we go. Okay. There's the common sense coming in. Hood Slam is Slamtown now. Same thing. Have no problem with it at all. I know who's at the top of the thing, and I know who's calling the shots, and they do quality work over there at what was Hood Slam. So I'm looking forward to what the next chapter will be, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So we were talking about what we want to see at the collective. I know this is a reach, but since all of the talent will be in town, is there a possibility one of the nights the headliner could be a new Acid Cup? That's a stretch, but if there's a place to celebrate something big like that, I feel like there's not as much talent to fly in. They're all going to be in Vegas. I'm surprised more companies aren't putting on tournaments and things, because they already have their hotel room paid for. Why not get up in here and start collecting wrestlers and get a show together,
Yeah. Wow.
But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's not the best place, but I think an Acid Cup would be so fun. Oh, that would be fun. That got your wheels turning, didn't it?
A little bit, yeah.
It's very possible to have a killer fucking tournament out here.
Well, I mean, we're just coming off of what could be, generously considered a tournament the other day. So
yeah. Which we'll talk about that when we get a chance. But man, was that Sunday show, the women tore it up, man. That's something I'll probably get into. Now
we'll get that on the back half.
I don't see this one happening, Reed, but I would buy the tickets if it came through. I really hope to see possibly, an NHB. Geez, it's hard when you're a GCW person to say those three letters. Like, an NHB show, that would be awesome.
I mean, I was at NHB personally on Friday night.
There you go.
So I mean,
it's called Wrestling Fans. It's not just GCW. We're truly.
I was literally talking to multiple people. It's like, oh my god, I never see you anymore. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm usually on the other side of the fence these days. It's just one of those things where I'm just not at ICW shows just because they don't come around that often, and usually they're put up on the same weekends that I'm doing GCW stuff, so I really can't.
Yeah, we had DeFi and Progress last time, and I think everything was so on that. The problem is I wish that GCW could book 2 rooms, one for the smaller affiliated shows and then one for the larger shows. I don't know. That's a lot of money, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Or they need to just have a setup taken care of properly, maybe with some pipe and drape, or some faux walls where they can maybe corner it off a little bit so it doesn't have a feeling like there's 12 people there, in a basketball arena.
There's some things about like, sorry, I'm going back to what Reed said about NHP at the Collective.
No, you're
like,
good.
We may not see we may not see the chains at Collective, but if you're telling me like some certain people just don't like the whole chains aesthetic and like the whole thing about how all their fights are like death matches by default, blah blah blah, all that. It's ice cream, pick your flavors, But if you're telling me not one person wouldn't go ape shit if you hear Trey songs going off at the Collective during the clusterfuck,
right?
If you heard Bottoms Up going off at the clusterfuck, people would get up.
No, you're right. You're right. Well, the thing is I think it would be a great move for NHB also, because since the GCW fans are out here, that's a natural move just to go, who knows, a couple blocks down, a couple miles down, catch a show.
How many Casanova Valentine shows have been run the same week? Like it's literally the highest concentration of wrestling dorks in the world. You're telling me you're not going to run a show that weekend? Yeah. I mean, there has been this propensity for these, like some of these companies like NHB specifically, to run their counter programming where they ran a weekend of shows at Matt Tremont's building back when Matt Tremont had a building, where they would just do 7 shows over the course of 3 days, counter programming the Collective for, the non-traveling deathmatch fans in Jersey and Philly. But, we're getting off topic though. So
no, not at all. I think that because the independent wrestling world is so small, it can be counterproductive to run counter GCW, because
that was the year they were in LA. So I think that was like the farthest possible. So I mean, like if you're talking about like a spacing or a number of bodies in the area issue, no, those shows I remember weren't like, empty.
No. I wouldn't want to see GCW have, spring break on Saturday night at 9 and then NHB's running Saturday night at 9. That would kill it for the fans.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And so that's why I hate when there's counter programming like that back and forth, at least in the same city, because you really are splitting potential income there. And
I remember there was a couple shows where I'd be like, I would have to either go I would either skip Lucha, and I would have to go to this other thing, or like, no, I'm just gonna go to Lucha instead, Or you're
catching half a show if you're lucky, and then you get to go to the other show, and it's like, fuck, well, I think that was fun. Matthew's bringing us back to reality here. The AAA acquisition hurts GCW's ability to pull Lucha names, and that is a fantastic point right there. It really is. I mean, I don't know. I mean, are we going to be able to see someone like Microman even again? Because, WWE has merch on him already. It's like, damn, I'm happy we enjoyed him when we could. Yeah. The life of a GCW fan. The minute they get hot, someone goes, ooh, we like you. The only good thing is you get to say, hey, I watched him when they were tearing it up on the indies. I knew Spider before, when he was just named, Brant. So, and no, Brant was never named Spider. Just letting you guys know. Okay, so do you have some insider info on what WrestleCon and Collective being one show means just yet? The only thing I can say on that is I feel like that just means everything under one roof.
Yeah.
Is what I'm thinking here. I think that maybe, and I don't know, but maybe there was working together on getting a bigger space so that they could host the events in the same room there. That's speculation. Truly, the real answer is, do I have insider info at this time? No, I don't have anything just yet on this. I didn't even think about asking about anything. Same thing though, we're in preliminary. Look around for rates. I know GCW gave a decent rate for the hotels, but there are a couple people out there said that they were finding equal or some lower rates for the Horseshoe. no lie, if you can, try to get those books soon, because this is WWE. Everybody's going to be looking for a room, and the rates probably are already on their way up for that weekend. If they
Damn,
aren't
I may
already.
need to book a flight and a hotel room to Las Vegas for a certain week next year.
Yeah, I recommend do what you can and get it in now. And the other thing is, if you're not, start saving money now. 50 here, 75 there. Do what you can so that it isn't killing the wallet. I mean, you don't want to come out here poor.
I think
mean,
sorry,
yeah.
I was going in the chat. Last comment wasn't WrestleCon at the Collective. I believe it was I believe the Super Show was technically part of the Collective, or Collective tickets were valid for the Super Show, something like that.
They were.
Okay.
The Super Show was part of the Collective ticket bundle. So and it was at the Pearl, so everything was there. I think that last year maybe was a test run, just a test run to see how things are really going. And then this year I think was, hey, everything went smooth, no one got stabbed, let's do it. So TJ, good to see you, man. Always good to see you here.
What up?
Good to see you also. I'm just now catching up in chat. I got sunken in between me and Frankie here, what was being said. So I'm so sorry if I miss any. Let's see here. The clusterfuck having more legends to try to lure out of their hotel rooms. We saw Ric Flair at the Pearl eating at the hotel. Well, we didn't. My wife and son did when they were walking through the building.
Oh, yeah.
And, so I don't know. I mean, for a little money and a little vodka, I think we could probably pull Flair if we needed to. Let's see here. This is a very big possibility. I think they could have the Juggalos go away for a while so that we don't get fatigued of them, and then bring them back. Maybe a small invasion right before the Collective to justify them being there. Wouldn't hurt whatsoever.
You don't need a reason. Just bring them back and say, hey, one of the shows is going to be, another powder keg or whatever. Like, you don't need a reason. It's pro wrestling. A wizard did it.
You're right. Yeah. You corrected me there. That's a good one.
Like,
let's see. Right here, yeah, William said I went to NHB this Friday because that was 10 times less of a drive. Yeah, man, you got to go where the wrestling is. There's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, we're on a GCW show. We're talking about wrestling. It doesn't matter what kind it is sometimes. It's just GCW is our main focus. But no, there's no naughty words over here. Yup, we miss Sabu. Miss you, buddy. All right, here. So, you're getting pressed by TJ. Frankie, I need to know, where were you Fight Club weekend, buddy? We missed you. Where were you at? Let them know.
There was a fucking hurricane. That's what. I didn't want to drive. But I had gone to New York Comic Con the Saturday before, and I woke up it just one pile of hurt, one pile of pain on Sunday morning, and I saw that there was a hurricane, and I said, yeah, no, I'm just gonna watch this on TV.
That motherfucker's pressing you. He's like, I still went. William Bruno, yeah, you said you just come in. You were talking about Nick Gage. We were just saying something about a couple minutes before you came in about the situation, and we're hoping for the best. And our answer is, if he's not wrestling, we'd love to see him on the microphone on commentary. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, TJ still pressing you. Excuses. Oh, to hell with that. Off the screen he goes. It's okay. The next little piece of news.
And
no. We did that to I think it was poor William Bruno ended up getting lost.
We did it to Bill last week.
I'm so sorry about that, man. That was great. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, we always have to end it with a good ending. There, he loves you.
Yay.
Yeah, it's all love.
That makes one.
All right. So my last my last piece of news I have here, the NGI X entrance. Number 10. I just wanted to say we have 4 right now. I'm going to ask everyone in the audience. We have 4. Bear Bronson, Drew Parker, Otis Cogar, Mr. Danger. Again, that's Bear, Drew, Otis, Danger. Who else would you like to see added to that list? Who would you like to see go into NGI 10? I'd like to see some names come up. Frank, do you have some names?
Give us an Emersyn.
Ooh, you want to see Emersyn Jayne go in?
I want to see one off-the-wall Japanese pick.
Who are you thinking there?
Katsumata? I think I saw him at TOS last year.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see him. Those are great picks. JB Anderson would be a great one. I don't want to see redacted because, for lack of a better term, I like TOS is our king of the deathmatch, and NGI has sort of found its niche as our prince of the deathmatch, where it's not like that junior division. But I want to see that. Yeah, I want to see Dimitri. That's
Dimitri
a great
for sure. Bubba, only if he keeps the hat on when he wrestles.
Yeah, right.
Tajiri. Okay, so yeah, we had JB come up here twice. Segura is an idea. I'm even not against just because she'd get a hero's welcome back. The return of Rina Yamashita for one night. You know, I don't know. I think that's an idea. We've had a couple Tajiris. Lil Sicko, first time entrant. I thought someone said that he might not do GCW anymore, but I'm all for it.
You gotta fill me in on that after the show because I haven't heard anything about that. But
someone in chat said something about he might not be into doing it. So I'm like, okay, is that what NGI is meant to be now? Let's see here. Clint Margera.
I'm just saying that because that's sort of how it's been, not, spoken aloud, but it's definitely seemed that where it's been this, like, deathmatch rookies-ish cup where it's like, what was it last year where we had, NHB and friends in that 4-way in the first match, in the first round?
Yeah.
Like, you're telling me, like, not like that's not going to be something where you're going to see these outsiders who may not be GCW household names come in and do a deathmatch spot.
GCW was built on people that a lot of people either didn't want to see or were not normal names that a lot of others didn't know until they started blowing up. Yeah, Murdoch's out, said he physically can't do tournaments anymore. I respect that.
I'm not,
earned his. He's got all of his shit on tape, so he's good there. June, he doesn't need NGI. Truth. Cruel. I think Cruel is one that should go in. Same thing. I think I heard someone else say this before. We have Drew Parker, but also MM3. I've heard someone mention them before also on a different show. If only we could have Brandon Kurt come out of retirement. You want to talk about a hero's welcome. He's been gone long enough now where he would get that godlike
entrance. I want to hear fucking like his entrance just come up on the clusterfuck once. Just walk in and do the fucking Snitsky spot for 2 seconds. Come in, like just psycho driver somebody leave. Like, that's all we need. That's all we want to see.
Wouldn't that be so good?
Right?
Wouldn't that be so good? I would love that.
Tommy Vendetta as his own man. I would not be opposed to that.
Yeah, Tommy has a ton of personality too. I'm really surprised we haven't seen him more on GCW TV just yet. But I feel like with him, same with Alexandrov, I feel like it's only a matter of time. It's just a matter.
I know we're missing people just because we're just spitballing and like, I'm on a camera right now, so of course I can't think straight. But there's so many names that, like, at least personally, I definitely think of TOS as that, the headliners deathmatch tournament, and I definitely position, at least to my own psyche, I think that NGI is sort of positions itself just as that second rung, where we have some of these other names. Like, I would love to see Dread. Whoa, okay.
There's Maori again. We keep hearing that name circling GCW. Fans want it. The Bev. We have the Bev going in the name. Another one.
Do we have any of the Vandals in yet? Otis, right? Yeah, we have Otis.
Yeah, Otis is in right now. I think older Atticus from years ago would have been fine to enter this, but I don't think this is his realm much anymore.
He's bigger than the NGI at this point.
That's fair. I think that's fair.
And that's what I mean by this, like, the NGI is where it is, because, like, the TOS, I don't think anybody's bigger than the TOS, but there are definitely people that are bigger than the NGI at this point.
Charles Mason, maybe Napier. I don't know about NGI only because that NGI gets so violent. I think Napier's not in that realm yet. If he chooses to be, maybe he doesn't choose to go there.
It could just be like it's a stable, like people. You have multiple people in the stable because people are good at different things. Not everybody has to be smash and bash bleeders.
True. True. Oh, let me see here. Eric Ryan. That's another choice that people have here. Jay. I don't know who Jay is. I heard he might be a good wrestler. Reed, I'm messing with you, buddy. All right, here. Well, we're 33 minutes in. Do you think we should get to our first show?
We haven't said a fucking word yet. Let's just go.
Now we're good, man. Okay, so yeah, let's. Before we do that, I do want to say hi to Zimzo. Love seeing you, by the way. All right, so our first show of the night was GCW's Shotzi Blackheart's House of Horrors. This was from the Water Street Music Hall in Rochester, New York. Wow. This is Brett Lauderdale's home city, and because of that, his shows always bring the heat. Given this is a Halloween show, I wanted to see creativity. And just wrapping it up quick, I was just pleasantly surprised in how many Halloween themed items and stipulations were part of this show.
There were so many fucking props on this show.
Yeah, real effort was put in, including
I'm here for it.
Pumpkins.
I'm absolutely here for it. Whoa, hello, camera, focus. Thank you. Hello. No, there was so many pumpkins. They were talking about how many goddamn pumpkins we have for this show.
That's a great question. But yeah, someone took time to carve all of them and everything. Yeah. And I thought that was an awesome touch. I mean, those little things matter. That's what separates an indie from a GCW show, we'll just say, is that little bit of extra effort there. Also, I think some advice was taken. The huge GCW flag is now prominently centered right behind the ring on hard cam. I wanted to say that looks fantastic. And again, when people are taking screenshots, so it shows GCW behind.
John, you didn't even realize what that was, did you?
What'd I do?
That's the stage side ring skirt that they just hung up on the balcony.
Is it?
Go look again.
Oh, no shit.
Since the ring was butted up against the stage, they took that ringside skirt and just hung it as a flag.
Oh, dude, it worked. I hate to say it, but it worked. Oh, I fucking love it. I love it. Okay, well, good. I also want to say I saw someone in the crowd. I want to give them credit to whoever had the shirt that said, "I shit where I want." I wanted to let you know that was very empowering. And also, I don't know. I felt like that if someone else can do that, so can I.
I called Ash out on the ring skirt.
Oh, hey, no shit though. Making something out of nothing.
Hey,
I'll give him
literally.
Now I'm scared to see if old Ash is in here, right? Yeah. Ring skirt, you got us. Hey, good to see you tonight, Ash. Thanks for the Game Changer World split screen. I thought that was really freaking cool for that.
First man since Manslaughter to appear on his own split screen.
Oh, nice. You're a superstar, my friend. Okay, here. So Shotzi's carried.
We'll get to that later.
Shotzi's carried out by Frankenstein. She grabs a grinder and throws sparks into the crowd. Frankenstein plays across the speakers. Welcome to Shotzi Blackheart's House of Horrors, where pain is home. We then cut to a YDNP promo. They fought over the word garbage versus garbage. They discussed their potential stipulation and how unstoppable they are as a team. They threw their masks on and off they went to the ring. And that pretty much just runs us into our first
That's match. A great promo. That's all you need out of a promo.
It was exciting.
Yeah.
I like that. It's funny. I feel like it's been Oliver's idea, but Oliver's been bringing this insane energy. And I think now it's starting to finally rub off on Price.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, it's working. Oh,
all right.
Here we go.
I guess I'll take B's part for tonight. Our first match here tonight is the Game Changer Wrestling Tag Team Championships contested in a garbage plate on a pole match between YDNP and High Seas, your local team.
There are pumpkins laying on the ring. Those got knocked out of the ring early. The match is a garbage plate gift certificates on a pole match. YDNP came out in their masks, referred to as Busta in the Brain. So I guess now we'll refer to him as Busta in the Brain on this show. They brought out the tag team moves early to huge pops from the crowd. Rochester's own High C showed up to fight. They weren't an easy go around. The match's pace allowed both teams' offense to shine. There was an awesome spot where Jordan and Cloudy were on the top rope and both crashed to the mat. Nick Ando brought in the first weapon, which is a chair. I was disappointed it wasn't the pumpkins. Jordan climbed the corner as Alec took out Cloudy. Jordan took off the gift certificates. Our winners here, Busta and the Brain. After this match, they both demanded the garbage plates immediately. Referee Scarlett brought out 2 garbage plates and they ate hard. I don't have another word for it. The dudes ate hungry. Yeah, what were your thoughts on this one, man? It was a lot of fun just watching them kind of go back and forth here.
Blanks on a pole match. We don't. That's something you don't see every day. Like this whole card was full of these wacko stipulations. It's like, who thought of this high off their ass behind the building on a show one day, says garbage plates on a pole for Rochester, and then it's stuck. Like,
yeah, look at that. 40 minutes late, we're on the opener. Yep, right on. You knew that was coming, Screwball. You knew we weren't. I looked up and I went, fuck, we're at 30 minutes. We ain't started the damn first show yet. Yeah, anything else you needed to say about this one? It was fun. It was supposed to be fun. 2 quality teams with a fun bullshit scarf down food ending.
They just like having the announcers try to explain the local food delicacy. Like, yeah, that's gets through what GCW commentary is these days.
It would have been funny if they had a little graphic that showed what was in the plate.
Oh yeah. Like
the buns and yeah, I think it'd have been.
Oh, Sanderson's idea from like a decade ago.
Well, it's good to see that it came to. Yeah, Alec and Jordan just wanted the damn plates. All right, then let's go into our
personally. I think macaroni salad is an offense to God. So
really,
no garbage plates for me. Thank you.
Oh, this right here, a buffet street fight at the Collective. Oh man, would we only be that lucky?
It's just Joey hitting people with lobsters the entire time, isn't it?
Either that or Joey's sitting at the end of the thing and we have to throw him at Joey. Just get him into his mouth.
All right.
We're getting off track here just a little bit. Okay, so speaking of Jordan and Alec, Jordan and Ryan debuted. Jordan and Ryan debuted this weekend as a team. They lost, but they exist as a team officially now. That's interesting.
Huh.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Going back here. Hey, fuck you both. Macaroni salad's good. Well, the right kind of macaroni salad. It can't be that sweet shit. It's got to be more like a mayo's. Yeah, I know. I'm grossing you guys out here. Okay, on to our second match. This was a hardcore match. We had Slade versus HC Loc. I wrote in here, this was a classic hardcore match. Weapons everywhere. Chairs, trash cans, the lid, metal pans, a lot of the standard stuff you'll see at a hardcore GCW match. Welcome back, HC Loc, last seen in his debut at Joey Janela's Spring Break Clusterfuck 2024 from Philadelphia. Also, let's give him credit here, 51 years old, and he was killing it out there.
Yeah.
I also want to give credit to Loc for that bionic elbow. Nice pulling that move out. Both were mostly, I would say, safe with each other in this match. I don't have another way to put it, especially since we're used to seeing Slade with some form of glass in his hand.
Slade usually swings to the fences, but
yeah, well, that's the other thing too. And yeah, in this one, basically Slade took 2 chairs, put Loc through them, counted the shoulders for 3 here. Winner was Slade. At the end of that, Slade started picking up pumpkins and smashing them. Once he left the ring, though, Loc had got his own ovation. And I felt like, again, at 51, with all the time he's put in, especially in the Rochester area, great job, man.
I mean, when you expect some shows like these, which I'm going to sort of shit on Rochester and call it kind of like, a locals town. It's, yes, Rochester is an A town, and I'm going to get notes about that if I don't say Rochester is an A town. But when we have some of these shows, like when I'm talking these non-local shows, like Atlantic City, nobody's a local hero from Atlantic City.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of an all-star lineup every time because everybody goes to those AC shows, and that's kind of like the tentpole show. when we go to these, when we spread our tendrils out and we go to these more regional areas, you get kind of the local heroes. This is exactly the kind of match you expect from something like that. And like, I'm perfectly satisfied. I was perfectly satisfied with a smash and bash show you would expect at like a high school gym. That's exactly what you want.
It was fun.
It was fun. That's all we want this fucking thing to be. It's fun. It was just, you know.
Let's talk. Fat guy talk for a second. Chef Boyardee, real Italian food, asking for a friend. Listen, we know you're not asking for your friend. WWE sucks. You know you're asking for yourself. So let's get real with ourselves.
Okay, all right, John, I want you to play the national anthem or whatever we're playing after underneath rants here. Oh, you actually have it this week.
I don't think I
have the rant music this week. No, Chef Boyardee is canned garbage. Chef Boyardee is legitimate Italian food that introduced Italian food to the American people. Chef Hector Boyardee created American Italian food as we know it. Chef Boyardee is dog food.
But if you go to Walmart right now, you can get almost any can of Chef Boyardee on sale for $1 a piece. And let's be honest, with beefaroni, mini ravioli, regular ravioli, SpaghettiOs with meatballs, Super Mario Brothers SpaghettiOs. Let me tell you,
let's
that's
be
a
honest.
pretty good
Let's
deal.
be honest. Those ravioli, I lived off those raviolis in elementary school.
Exactly. All right. Okay. We won't get too far into that, but I always thought it would be a good question to ask everybody who comes on. Like, were you the grilled cheese kid? Were you the mac and cheese? You know, there's always that one food that every kid just went wild on. Like, were you the ramen noodles kid? Were you the pizza kid? Like, I don't know. Oh, here we go. Yeah. See, all the pizza choices are now coming out. Poor TJ took a piss and came back.
I know where Bill's from. He has no fucking right liking Elio's Pizza when there's so many good fucking pizza places in that town.
He's calling you out, William. Don't get banned again, buddy. Oh man. Yeah, sorry, TJ. We had a really difficult question come up, and then they had to ask two big guys if Chef Boyardee was real Italian food. So of course they asked the guy from AC.
Your source for independent wrestling news now arguing about
NHB talk and ravioli talk. It's all here. Okay, so yeah, after this match, Marcus Mathers had a promo talking about training blind. It literally showed him training blind. Hit himself in the nuts. It showed him driving blindfolded. It was just stupid humor, but it was funny. They put the effort into putting it together.
That was like
hilarious.
Perfect promo.
Better than none. That's for damn sure. But right. Okay, so I have to say the promo set the tone for a fantastic match. Before we go into it, I'll just say that. So yeah, our next match was a blindfold match. We had Marcus Mathers versus Cheech. Yeah, I expected some comedy, but this was well beyond what I think me and the fans expected. Both wander around the ring. Marcus hits the rope and falls down. They eventually meet. They wrestle off and on, searching for each other in between. Eventually, senior referee Adam Galt gets taken out. Later, both wrestlers accidentally stomp him out. There was a "You deserve it" chant. Poor Adam Galt can't catch him. But yeah, in this match, the fun was in the struggle. Mathers was attempting a tope and then he hit the ropes instead. Fun little things like that were going on.
Hitting the 5-knuckle shuffle with the "You Can't See Me" is peak insider comedy.
Our winner here was Marcus Mathers. My notes does not do I
have to legitimately ask if they could see through those masks or not.
Oh yeah. You have to. Safety purposes. No, you have to.
I can only assume they're like the Halloween masks that are like double netted, so you can never see through it one way, but you can always see through it the other way.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll pretend we didn't have that conversation, but I have a feeling very well that for safety
everyone in this chat has said that same thought. Like, but it's kayfabe. Like, we know.
We're not going to get into this, but we can get into this. How do you feel about square pizza, bro?
Actual square pizza, delicious. Yeah. Frozen square pizza, cardboard.
Bullshit. Yeah. Well, I mean, you eat what you can. I've had some real cheap frozen pizza get me through some years. Yeah. But yeah, in this match we had a "This is awesome" chant, and I'll just reiterate again: better than expected, fun as hell. Anything else on this one, Frankie?
No, like literally, for
show full of gimmick matches. I mean, like they were pulling out some real oddball choices for gimmick matches. I think the last time I saw this many good gimmick matches on one card was like some WrestleMania week WrestlePro show decades ago, where they did funny equal, where it does funny equal money, and they just did an entire slate of comedy gimmick matches. Like they did a Bird Box match where everybody was blindfolded, even the ref.
Oh, I love that.
You know, super terrible stuff. But
The
you know,
blindfold scramble.
Yeah.
Here we go. The fight is breaking out. Frozen French bread pizza is pretty damn good.
Good night, everybody.
I'm guessing they're talking the Stofers ones, man. I remember having those. Yeah, you've offended Frankie. It took long enough, but yeah, once you hit the French bread talk, it's over.
Yeah, we're done here.
It's over. All right. So next was you know what you want to announce, Wilson Frankie?
All right. So our next match is a lights out match between the one called Manders and Isaiah Broner, and holy meat.
Hard hitting match. Is what was expected though. You know what I mean? And yeah meat chance. We also had We Want Pumpkin chance. I want to give the guys credit. There was a point where they both were laying down and then they rose up like Undertaker at the same time. Broner also speared Manders through a door bridge and onto the floor.
That was
later
probably the
hitting a wicked
sketchiest
lariat.
spot of the entire night.
Really? It just didn't. I can't remember that spot that well. That's why.
I think it was Isaiah's like stutter step before he actually dove through the rope, and it just looked awkward on the way down. But
that sucks. Well, they're still moving, and I think they both worked on Sunday. So
yeah, so I mean, it's not the end of the world, but like it just like in that moment, like ooh.
Our winner, one called Manders after he knocked out Isaiah with a chair. I wrote here that their strength actually made this match better. If it wasn't Haas's, it would be a lot less fun.
Yeah,
you know, I felt like the writing on this one was to pray.
That was the kind of finish I want to see out of Bloodsport matches, where it was just like it was a count out that didn't go right, just one absolute, you know, batshit lariat with a chair, and then the ref didn't even bother counting it because he just knew he was dead.
Reed said the flow of the show was really strong too, which I agree with a lot. Manders' arm is made of iron. Ishmael, good to see you tonight, by the way. Manders knocked the fuck out of Broner. Stop talking about fucking pizza. I have a problem talking about food. All right.
I hate you all.
It's awesome. No, it's funny. It's normally we wouldn't let this fly, but you know, since the big guy is out of town, we're having some fun tonight here. Beastman, Huss, good to see you, Beastman. Gonna be fun talking about you here later tonight. You had a fun entrance over there at JCW, man. You tore the house down. What can you say?
Literally.
Okay. So moving on after this match, local announcer AJ Ryder came out, and I just wanted to say, great job by AJ. And that leads us into our next match, number 5, Stairway to Hell match. This was Julio Diamante. I'm so sorry if I messed that up. Von Vertigo, Carmelo Lee, TJ Epics, Child Connors, and Ryan O'Neal. All right, let's get into this one. Fast-paced action. I felt like my notes were a little sparse here, given the amount of action.
This was our scramble for the night. So I mean, like, we're not expecting much. This was just, you know, the gift spot fest match, which, you know, I'm not even speaking badly about that. That's just, you know, that's just I have resting bitch face. So when I say that, but it's just, you know, every show needs this spot, this match now, where it's just how else are the young guys going to get their reps if we don't have these matches?
I also like a scramble with a purpose, and I felt like we had that here because the Ryan push was what was going on primarily.
We had the promo leading into this was just the recap from Joey and Ryan the week before.
Yeah. And I'm fine with this. Let's create stars. That's the whole point.
Absolutely.
And that's what we're here for, is to help these stars develop and push on. So Ryan starts from the balcony and flies on top of all the wrestlers. That elicited a holy shit chant. I have been waiting for someone to jump from there for a while. I don't know if I missed it.
Is it about the 4th or 5th show from Rochester?
You're right. Probably 4 or 5. We'll have to look that up sometime.
Surprised we haven't. You know what? Well, you talk more, and I'll go scrape cage match.
No sweat. Everybody was delivering their topes, their scrambled topes. Someone throws a ladder in the ring. A ton of offense was wrapped around that ladder for the rest of the match. Very exciting stuff. Carmelo Lee, awesome coast to coast. There was a great cutter from Connors to the 2 guys holding that ladder. A Death Valley driver from a ladder through another ladder. That was an awesome sight. If anyone got a chance to see the small little clip of that, that's the one where the ladder basically bent. That was show 5 for Rochester.
Last night, Friday night was the 5th show. Block is Hot 2024, G Code 2024. Sorry, pal. January of this year, May of this year, and then on Friday.
I remember when Brett was stressing that first show. Like, this is my hometown. I really, I need to deliver. Oh, our winner, winner, Flying Ryan O'Neal. Flying Ryan hits a swanton from the ladder. My post note was just GCW is building a star, and we're here to enjoy it.
No, absolutely. It did what it needed to do.
All right, then. So then I will move on to match 6. This was for the GCW Ultraviolent Championship, a Doorway to Hell match. I'm going to keep this one short for multiple reasons here. It was 4 doors in the ring, 1 in each corner. The bell rings, Tremont leaves, and then grabs another ring. Another door. I'm surprised he just didn't bring it with him, but that's kind of the joke amongst this match here. Keeping it simple, both smashed each other in the head with a lot of doors, many doors broken, a lot of door-related offense. And
2 things.
Yeah.
2 things I have to say. One, the only issue I had with this match is that they had a Stairway to Hell match followed by a Doorway to Hell match. Name it something else.
Gotcha.
That's just me being pedantic. 2, please pull Reed's comments up right now.
The main update?
Yeah. Holy fuck.
Oh, that's on.
Gabby, Bear, and Tremont versus the Vandals. Let's go.
Oh my goodness. Gabby made it into GCW, guys. You did it. Congratulations, Gabby. I know that's a big deal. Awesome. Yeah, here we go.
God, can you imagine if we had Savage Gnomes versus the Kirks? Oh.
If only.
Oh.
A couple's death match would be lovely. Oh, yep. Drew Parker jumped off before. Thank you, Crow.
Thank you for correcting us and making us look like assholes. Thank you.
I have wrestling bitch face. I think
resting bitch face, and I can't speak either. But yes, wrestling bitch face. Yes.
All right. Let me move on here to our next match. Number 7, the Trick or Treat street fight. We had Shotzi Blackheart versus Emersyn Jayne. What a match here. I was really surprised this wasn't the main event, given the fact that Shotzi's name, was on the show here. But they fought with pumpkins, which created a "Let's Go Pumpkin" chant. They fought to the bar, on top of the bar. Shotzi took a mouthful of Mike and Ike's. They decided to bob for apples. Someone should have probably put those apples in the bucket for them ahead of time to not kill as much time. But our winner in this one, Shotzi Blackheart with a flying Shotzi. Post-match notes were just, it was fun. What'd you think about this one?
Easy. They brawled around the room. They did they jumping off the bar. Yeah, that's exactly what you want. It's just dumb fun. Again, I'm gonna be the jerk and be the pedantic one. It's a trick or street fight.
Oh, I like that.
There's two seasonal hardcore matches every year, and how can you mess it up? It's the Trick or Street fight and the Miracle on 34th Street fight. That's the only 2 seasonal matches you need to worry about. And sorry, no, I'm done.
Well, the Tremont match with all the doors, I was surprised they didn't call it the House of Doors match, but that was so corny and stupid that I knew it was a dad joke, so I just left it out, and I still mentioned it being a dad, I guess, like a stupid ass. So anyway. Moving on. Next is our casket match. This is Atticus Cogar versus Charles Mason. Charles Mason's entrance was good. They come out carrying a casket. You could tell there was a little weight in that casket. Whoever was on the back right corner there was struggling a little bit. I had high hopes for a much bigger build for this match, basically because of who these two are and what they're capable of. The match overall, though, was great, fitting for a main event. I just want more build. Mason tearing out Atticus's nose piercing was crazy, then put a wooden skewer in there, wearing a pumpkin on his head and destroying it to huge asshole chants. Atticus taking the skewer out of his nose and sticking it in Atticus' eye. They had to deal with a sturdy door, but they eventually went through it. We'll just put it that way. Slade comes out to interfere. He has a hatchet. Atticus has a taser. Slade gets tased. Cruel is in the casket. We kind of knew that was coming. Cruel slams Atticus on the casket. It's 3-on-1. Mason tombstones Atticus into the casket and closes. Our winner here was Charles Mason. Thoughts on this main event?
In the casket? Who would have thought?
they telegraphed that. They telegraphed that so hard from the week before to after that it was funny. I loved it. It wasn't bad. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, you don't need it to be. You don't need to triple cross us and confuse us all. No, I mean, we just laughed because we saw it from a mile away and they kept on it from a mile away. It's like, okay, yeah, of course he's in the casket. It's just a matter of when at that point.
Dude, the first thing I saw, I was looking at him, I'm like, okay, is there weight in that casket? Because you could tell how the guys carry it. You know what I mean? Like, okay, there's weight in there. And then we were looking at the casket going, there's no way in hell that casket is long enough for him. And somehow he was still, he still fit in that I don't know. After this match, we closed the show by Slade tasing himself. He's ours. It's good to know that Slade is GCW material.
I just saw Atticus come back in the retro gear, and I was like so happy that I saw that.
Mm-hmm. Same thing. When I saw that, that's why I wrote down. I went, man, I wish they had more build because you could see the A game was being brought out, and I'm like, fuck, if there was just.
And
more
the whole
build.
thing about how Atticus is just becoming such a, I don't know if he's doing it on purpose, but you could see he's using his merch as like a storytelling device unto itself. Like how he's automatically selling the gear as merch in like limited runs that night.
Smart. In small amounts too, which is really smart. So you don't have a lot of waste.
You don't have a lot of waste, and you get that, that pseudo collectability factor of it too.
So the other thing that I like about what he does is it's always limited release, which means it keeps fans coming back and checking to see if something new, which means that he has high engagement rate.
Yeah.
I mean, smart.
Yeah.
Okay. So, that was Shotzi Blackheart's House of Horrors. Was there anything else you wanted to mention about that show before we head on to JCW?
Not really. I mean, they're like
better than I expected.
Yeah, it was short. It seemed very, very short. That was my only issue with the show.
Really? Yeah, for me mostly, I just I was like, okay, this is a Halloween show, and I had high expectations, but I went, it's an indie Halloween show. Who knows what's really gonna. And then I saw all the decorations, all the spots, all the stipulations and shit. I'm like, okay, they actually went in on it this time. And thank goodness they did. It every little effort added up in the end.
All right, let's see. Reed, what do you got? What do you got for the end of that? Reed says, can we talk about the end more from a storyline point of view? What do you got?
Let's see here. I'm looking for you, Reed.
All the way at the bottom.
There we go. He wants to talk about that end more. Let's see here. What is he wanting to? I'm actually clicking back right now here. I mean, is it just Reed? Are you saying that it's going to continue? Because I feel like it continues. Because he says basically the feud is over. Atticus went into this knowing Vandal wasn't there. He's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, we just saw that match with Vandal was booked, but interestingly enough, here we are again where it's another Cogar loss, and I hate to see that. I hate to see that because I'm with WWE right here. Atticus needs to be the champ. Funny thing, right here. Earlier he said, future world champ 2026. As a fan favorite, what are you going to do here? I mean, you know what I mean? Maybe it's only a matter of time. I don't know, but Okay, we'll talk about this one real quick too. Otis and Cruel in NGI, I think would be fantastic. And I think Otis would come out of it looking better, whether he wins or loses, as long as he puts up a hell of a fight. And Otis could use that. I'm hoping we see some more Otis singles matches, because he was doing such a damn good job even a couple months ago. And I felt like that was really strengthening who he was as a performer. It made him look like more of a credible threat, thus making Vandal 48 look like more of a credible threat there. So, yeah, he said, I seen that. I'm like, what the fuck, missed good merch. Yeah, if you're not paying attention, you will miss some real good merch. And none of it seems to have much of a, like, this merch bundle he just put out right now is going to look completely different than the next one. And
and they're not just logos on black shirts either. Like, I have to give him credit for, like, his design is beautiful.
Yeah, I don't know if someone's doing it for him or if he's doing it himself, but whatever it is, it's working.
Yeah. All
right. So, funny thing, we covered that fairly quickly, Frankie. We're at 80.
There was just not. No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say we're like at 8:04/11:04 Eastern time. Do you want to take a 3-minute break, or do you want to just keep rolling?
Let's barrel through, because I mean, they're, like, to be perfectly honest, it's JCW seems like a bigger show than it was too.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I also was just showing people my.
Oh, I saw.
Love it. That was my shirt for the night. It was that or my Big Fucking Joe shirt. I love that one because it's like a Riddle Box ICP style shirt.
Oh, okay.
Let's move on then and go into our second show of the weekend. This was on Sunday, JCW's Possession. This was from the Ridgefield Park Knights of Columbus at Ridgefield Park, New Jersey. Frank, you were at this show, right?
I was at the show. I was there.
Good vibe?
Oh, absolutely. It's Sunday afternoon at the Mecca. You can't be angry. You know, the beer's flowing. There's enough friends there. You're never hurting for people to talk to at one of those shows. Yeah. So we all knew what it was going to be. So, like, okay, we're just going to go watch dumb fun on a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
And, like, you can't complain. And go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say that I haven't said this in a while, but I love to repeat it once every now and then. For GCW fans that really like to talk to some of the wrestlers, a JCW show is a fantastic time to do that. It's incredibly intimate. There's plenty of time for a performer. If, you know, there's a better chance than ever to be there and get time with the performer. If you see them in LA, they may have 30 seconds, 15 seconds, a minute. Over there at the JCW show, they might have 2-3 minutes or more just to BS with you.
I saw Alec and Jordo in full gear just standing in the back in front of Hardcam and everybody, just watching the tag match, just because it's just that good sometimes. They're just bullshitting. You go outside for a smoke, and there's half the locker room out there with you. Like,
power through. Oh my gosh, here.
Especially at Ridgefield Park. We're very spoiled with Ridgefield Park, because after the show, it was I was walking around through past everybody's merch booths, and I saw Tank at Manders booth, and they were making jokes about, so this is it, huh? This is the world famous Mecca. It's like, yeah, it's not much, but it's ours. Like,
no, it's so that's kind of funny, but us West Coast fans, man, there are so many dreams we have of getting to some of these small little venues just one time. You know, and that's why I pulled up here what Screwball said, was because, you know, he'd just like to get to Ridgefield Park one day, and you know what it is and isn't. And for us, it's like a dream. If we could just go, it'd be so nice. For us,
it's such a little nondescript blue building in the middle of a residential neighborhood.
Yeah.
And then you just see, just on any given Sunday, there could just be 30 people just standing on the lawn doing fuck all.
Reed said the Mecca is an interesting place. He'd go there more often. Getting there is easy. Getting home is a bitch.
You definitely have to have a car to get there.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep. They're just like the rest of us, trying to pay the rent and being able to eat pizza. And that's the thing. You're usually going to get a lesser price on a ticket too. So same thing. I mean, I say this about WWE stars. Like, if you want to see Shotzi, go to GCW. You can go see Shotzi there. Chances are, have a small talk. for an eighth of the price you normally
Yeah.
would have paid for an autograph or a picture, and there's not as much push to just move on. So
And literally you're
Yeah.
paying $10 for merch and you're putting it directly into their hands too.
yeah, you're cutting out the middleman who's charging you 3 times what you should be charged so that they can have pyro on the next Monday Night Raw.
Yep.
So look at it that way too. But yeah, if you're a KJ Orso fan, yeah, just wait. If you can't do it one way, wait till you see him at a JCW show. Have a lot more time to talk if he's not in character, and a fantastic person. I shouldn't have said any of that. All right, so let's get back
fuck
to
him.
this.
He's a jerkwad.
That's right. Well, see, if there's usually Brant here to counterbalance me, so if I say something nice, he's usually the one to be like, "Fuck him."
Kayfabe, what's that?
Oh, look at that! You would have had somebody, somebody
yeah.
roll with you there if you guys weren't in separate directions.
Yeah, he's north and I'm south of the Mecca, so.
If we were allowed to have pyro at the, okay, look, we're lucky. We're not even allowed to have markers at the UCC, bro. We have to be, we have to be, there's plenty of smoke, but there's no fucking fireworks at the UCC. Let me tell you that right now. Oh my gosh. Frankie, have you been to the UCC?
No, I need to make it out there one of these
Oh.
days. I'm going to try for 2026 to make it out there at least one weekend.
You need to.
We'll do a live show. We'll do a live show outside the Mecca.
I'll tell you what, gosh, that actually would be kind of cool. For the next LA show on December 6th, we're doing a pre-show. I'm letting everybody know ahead of time. We're going to the parking lot live for the next pre-show. I'm going to go out there and just check out
guerrilla warfare broadcasting from the parking garage.
Yeah. Well, so many people last time we did the pre-show was like, hey, could you guys go out to the parking lot? So since we're talking about it right now, yeah, the next LA show pre-show is going to also go out to the parking lot for a while. Show everybody what's up.
Not to, maybe I shouldn't say this, but I have something planned.
There we are. Yeah, no markers. So basically, yeah, someone tagged some shit in the bathroom and they're pretty tight there about everything. So yeah, interview the Stoners. That would be a good one sometime. They're fantastic guys too. The venue looks really cool. It's beautiful. It really is. Like usually there's a nice yellow golden glow and you walk into the place, you feel like you're in like some weird church or a mosque type place. And you're like, okay, we're going to have fucking deathmatch wrestling here. Crow's sticking me to the wall on this one. Casa, good to see you.
Check the notes real quick.
All righty there. And okay, I'm checking notes here. Yeah, actually, yeah, you were wanting to talk about that before we go into this next show. By all means, if you want to, now's a good time.
I mean, since you guys have been doing these pre-shows at the UCC, I had the idea of since Brett or Chad or somebody associated with the Game Changer Wrestling booking committee put out an idea for podcasts and other personality types to be at the mall. I'm trying my damnedest. Let's get Game Changer World live from the pre-show with me running around with my little Mean Gene interview rig, broadcasting from my goddamn phone with an interview mic, and you got
it can be done
broadcasting from home, and I'm like literally I'll just call in and we'll figure something out. Ash, give me your Wi-Fi and I can make this work. No.
They probably do have some form of public Wi-Fi there too. So I don't know.
We'll figure something out.
All right.
If Ash is still here, I want your Wi-Fi password and we can get this done.
So yeah, let's get back here to JCW. Yes. We can squirrel. We don't have beekeeping us in line here, so we tend to squirrel.
We're completely off the fucking rails tonight.
Well, this is dudes talking about wrestling. I mean, you know what I mean? Like,
and pizza.
And pizza. Dudes talking about wrestling and pizza. Okay, we'll go on to JCW's Possession again. This was Ridgefield Park's KOC, Ridgefield Park, New Jersey. Highly appreciated that there was video packages running before the show. Too many times I've sat and watched a timer countdown. When it's less than 5 minutes, I start to get antsy, but showing videos actually caught us up on storylines and killed time before the show. And I said it before, I'll say it again. Not only is it nice for fans who are really into GCW and JCW, but it's nice for newer fans to kind of get caught up with what the hell's going on. If I'm sitting there with one of my friends or somebody as the video is playing, I'm like, yeah, this happened, then this happened. And then when the match comes on, they have some context. So I really do like that.
I'll say that none of the videos were shown in the house. I had no idea that BK and Hoodfoot had a promo with the laptop until I went home and scrubbed through the video myself. There was no screen. There was no screens in the room. It was just dead air or cleaning up the ring. So I had no idea of all these packages until I went back and looked at it myself.
Maybe have to see if maybe Adam can get one of the AC TVs.
Yeah, maybe.
And maybe do like a secondary. Anyway, I want to say bravo to the ladies in this tournament. This was absolutely beyond expectations. Every single match was quality. So I want to really start with that because this was really wrapped around this Luna Vachon Invitational. And I want to say that it seemed like these ladies must have all gotten together before the show and said, look, we need to fucking throw down. And they did.
The only issue I had was that the first Fatal 4-Way was just a little too obvious who was gonna win that one. But the other two matches I think were very good quality first round matches, and then the finals, of course, was a great match.
I'll just do a little history thing just because. Luna Vachon, I'll just let everybody know real quick who she was because not all of us are 45 years old and watched her wrestle back in the 80s and 90s. Luna Vachon, aka Princess Luna, the daughter of darkness. She was trained by the famous Fabulous Moolah. Her stepfather was Butcher Vachon, and her step-uncle was the famous Mad Dog Vachon. She wrestled 206 matches in her career. 105 of those were in the WWF, never the WWE brand. She was known for her series of bouts against Bull Nakano, Sherry Martel, and Alundra Blaze. She was also known for her tag team run with Bam Bam Bigelow. And lastly, she was a member of the Brood with memorable series of matches between Ivory and Jacqueline. Some know, but maybe don't, that Luna was once married to Gangrel. So I just wanted to kind of give a little itty bitty background on who she is without going too deep. But yeah, great job by our commentary team for the night. Nick Knowledge and Veda Scott did a damn good job. So I want to also give it up to them for kicking ass. They've become pretty good when it comes to their JCW.
I've never really had an issue with the JCW commentary team. You know, yeah. I've some people have had differing opinions about that, but I've never really, seen like like anything JCW commentary has done has ever been an issue, because I've also, consistency and the same people every week, and they're actually talking over dead air. What a concept! How can you not how can you hate that? Like,
no. It's a good point. Look at this. Also, Oddities love the theme song. Fun fact: one of her kids was on Hell's Kitchen. I didn't know that. Reed's had issues with Nick before. Could you imagine Reed and Nick duking it out in the parking lot? Oh man.
Listen, that's what we
so that has been a talk we had before on this show, because I had a couple times been rough on him. I think it was around the settlement series, maybe a little before, maybe a little after, but at first I was hard on him because he was having a rough time initially, but over time he's definitely improved. And again, I have to realize this is the indies and it's all about people, working their ass off and improving. And I have seen him work his ass off and definitely improve in the last couple years.
Was married to Gangrel as well. Oh, didn't know that. No, never
mind. Frankie, didn't you have a run with Gangrel between 07 and 09 too? I mean, man, I think everybody
we tore it up from town to town.
Crow, I'm gonna just put it here. Yeah, great GCW or great JCW show overall. Let's see here. Oh, Reed was married to David Heath. Good to know. And yeah, Veda was fire. I like Veda doing her work. She kicks ass. They kick ass. Let's run into our first match here from the Luna Vachon Invitational. This is the first round. This is a 4-way. Billy Starkz versus Kenzie Paige versus Maya World versus Jada Stone. I wrote here, Jada impressed me. She worked her ass off. She's the picture perfect Scramble competitor. Her work reflected that. Kenzie pissing people off before Emo can announce her name is exactly the type of bitchy character that I love and grew up on. Speaking of earlier, Sherry Martel. Maya World was deceptively agile. On TV at one point, you can hear the crowd was surprised by some of the stuff she was pulling off. Maya's sunset bomb onto Jada and Kenzie was vicious. When it comes to Billy Starkz, I don't feel
Good catch.
like I was real close there. Don't feel like I saw enough of her, but that gave the other 3 competitors more time on the pedestal.
I mean, considering how much else she was doing in this show, yeah, that's fine.
Our winner and moving on to the final round of the Luna Vachon Invitational, Billy Starkz. So what were your thoughts on this match?
This was the most obvious of who's going to win.
Yeah.
It was like in the room, there was a vague, when some of the other people who weren't Billy came out. And that's to be expected when you have so many people and it's a local show like this. That happens at every show. So when you have 1, 2, 3 and Billy, smart money. The other 2 were a little bit more, it was, we'll get to them when they come up, but like I said, I don't have any glaring complaints about any of these matches on this card.
This was a solid ass show.
It was
especially JCW. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I will hazard to say that I enjoyed, barring me being live at one of them and watching the other one on TV, I enjoyed Possession more than I enjoyed House of Horrors.
Wow. All right. You know what? Better quality wrestling on Possession. I was more entertained, though, I think, by the differences in Halloween. If the Halloween stuff wasn't in the show, I would have to say Possession was a stronger show this weekend.
And there's so many variables that that you can't pin one down to the
personal
other.
preference.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And yeah, see right here, Reed Harris Cooper, solid as a show. Not solid as a Jersey Championship show in terms of stories. I get that.
Yeah,
I get that.
I mean, it's a tournament show. Like, tournament shows are
usually a little devoid of stories, unless there's like one main or 2 stories they're trying to sell.
Or you have you have one, your white hot babyface in the number 1 contendership chase going through, tearing through the that's your only story you'll see on something like that.
Anything else about
which
this?
Which you could say did happen, but
what's that?
Your white hot babyface number 1 contender tearing through the tournament.
Yeah, actually, you're right. No shit. I didn't think about it that way. And then you said it out loud and I went, oh God, you're right.
Yeah.
I never think I've been trying to put Billy in a different category than 15-year-old Billy. And I still can't.
We still think of her as Brat Pack Billy.
Dude, I'm just telling you, I think this happens with aging, but there are people I've noticed that when they're younger, I feel like in my head, they're still locked at that age.
Yeah.
I've got like a nephew. He's going to be 21. In my head, he's still 15. And it's like, I don't know. Let's see. He wants that Atticus shirt. Yeah. Get out there and get it if it's available. Anything else you want to say about this first match? I'm so sorry.
Anything I was going to say is just going to be lost because we're going to be repeating ourselves over and over again because these 4-ways were wild. I mean, it was good. Like the first one, there was more character work in the other matches, and we'll get to that. This one was more the straightforward wrestling forward.
The first one, yeah.
Because just look at the names in the other 2.
Yeah, Gabby, Everett, Alexa, Jayne, Sade, Kross.
Yeah.
Nixie, Kai. Yeah.
That first one was kind of more, just more blank, more just actual wrestling.
Still damn good.
I'm not saying it was bad. I'm just saying, that there was just a little bit more straightforward wrestling in the first one.
Yeah. Well, then we'll move on to the second one here in the Luna Vachon Invitational round 1. Another 4-way. We have Emersyn Jayne versus Gabby Forza versus Everett versus Kylie Alexa. So here, Gabby had everyone wearing tiny gnome hats, had a few shows of strength. She knocked her featured spots out of the water. This match really did feature her here.
Yeah.
And I felt it was a great introduction to the GCW, JCW universe. Before I go further, any thoughts on Gabby's first match over here?
I think we were kind of spoiled because we kind of know her a little bit from that Beyond scene, and also just because Bear, like, you know, if you know anything about Bear or you enjoy Bear, you're gonna say, "Oh, Bear's talked about Gabby. Let's go watch a Gabby match." You know,
Right.
So I mean, it was less an introduction, more an official introduction.
You know, everybody has to have their coming out party, and this one was hers. And God, they fed her so well.
Going back to what I was saying about the first match was, you could kind of see it was going to be a Billy win.
Right.
This one, I wouldn't have been surprised if it was Emersyn or Gabby.
I can see that.
And then the third one, I wouldn't have been surprised about anybody.
We'll get into that one, but I figured either. Yeah. Well,
it would have been Mara. It would have been Mara or been Lena in that third one.
I think so. Just by looking at their, previous work,
recent history. Yeah.
Recent history, previous work. That's where the money was, so to speak. Okay, so Kylie, her personality is so colorful. I'm surprised we don't see her more at GCW, given the fact that she's just a fucking heater. I don't understand why she isn't in our ring talking shit. And just, peel the cap off and just let her fucking go. So, I don't know. What else you thinking here?
It's just kind of a thing of, there's too many moving pieces. Somebody's got to be left out sometimes.
Yeah.
So.
Emersyn, always a great sight, versatile, tough. Ava pissed off the fans early. Her Cosmic Cuties partner LSG interfered in the match when he pushed Emersyn off the top rope, then later beating up Kylie Alexa. Eventually, Gabby picked him up and slammed him. Our winner and moving on to the final round of the Luna Vachon Invitational, Emersyn Jayne. Thoughts on this one?
Oh, I was sitting next to Mittens this whole show, and as LSG was selling on the floor, he would just look over to make sure he wasn't on camera and just start flipping Mittens off. Just he would go between selling the leg and then just turning and just straight,
They're having fun. So.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
But same thing here. Who would you said maybe Gabby or Emersyn was going to be your choices?
Personally, I thought it was going to be either Emersyn or Gabby out of this one.
I think Emersyn Jayne was going to be, I think just because she's done so much work with GCW in the past couple months, it's like she's become the next new hot thing. Avra, I felt's new. Gabby, this was her coming out party. If I was judging by just in-ring work at the time, I would have said Gabby was winning this just because they were putting her over so heavy in the match.
Yeah.
But yeah, just wild. But I figured if you're going to bring Emersyn Jayne from one quarter of the way across the world, you're going to have her work more than one match.
At least one, yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of where I came there. Okay, moving on. There was a video with Foxcatcher, Hoodfoot, and Brian Keith. They have the black box and they want their money. Foxcatcher tells them to go out to the ring and fight. And if they win, Foxcatcher will double the money. All right. Well, at this point, we're just playing with an invisible number. So doubling the money, doesn't mean much to us, but that's okay.
No.
It is still a story. I know you and Foxcatcher aren't getting along very well. But,
I mean, now that we're out of the woods of the forever reign, I think I'm just past it, and it's like, okay, it's there now. At least it's making more sense now. That was my big issue about it.
You just want to know which way the wind was blowing in this story. That's all.
Basically. Yeah. And now I'm like, okay, it's the story. Great, cool. I'm over it. It exists now. Fine. I'm not screaming to the heavens about it anymore.
I get it. You've seen it all
I
and
have
done
so
it
many
all.
more.
That's what's
I
going
have
on.
so many other things in my life to be angry about. This is just fell off.
So this was also something, there was no explanation to why Hoodfoot didn't come and needed to be replaced. I thought I missed it on the show. Was there a reason? You didn't see you didn't see the video package, so you wouldn't
No,
know technically.
I scrolled by and I saw Hoodfoot and Brian Keith, plugging into a laptop, but I didn't see anything. I think for real, was it Hoodfoot had some family thing or
Possibly. Could be an injury, could be, yeah, Screwball said just wasn't able to make it. Dealing with some personal things. So yeah, could have had something going on. Whatever personal, hope it got figured out for him.
Oh, that's right, because Hoodfoot was also scheduled for NHB.
Oh geez, his grandmother passed.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
if that's true, I'm very sorry to hear that. Very sorry. That's very rough. Huh. Let's see here. This is going to be the call tonight. What if Foxcatcher is Russo? If he could appear on JCW, I mean, I don't know. A payday is a payday is a payday. It's possible. And yeah, prayers for Hoodfoot and family. Fox's Orange Crush. There we go. We ripped it out. Adam is Foxcatcher. Although, if people were paying attention when we did have him on, he did say the Foxcatcher is a he. I know for a long time we were kind of wondering if it's a he or a she. So, yep, right there. It's Hornswoggle. Yep. Blew it right out the fucking water. Why you have to do that? We're gonna have to get a new story.
Foxcatcher's Michael Cole, the anonymous Raw GM.
What does the fox say? Oh fuck no. Oh, that's the truth. Long live Patrick. Good to see you, buddy. He's been in here chilling with us tonight. A good point for a good bit here. Let's get on to this next one, the Luna Vachon Invitational. This is the last first round match. Again, this is a 4-way match. Here we had Janai Kai versus Nixie XS versus Mara Sade versus Lena Kross. So Janai, I put good to see her back. I like seeing her about as much as JCW uses her, which is perfect for me. Fans were behind Kai quite a bit. You have this highlighted here on Nixie XS. She was a replacement for Nicole Matthews. So we want to just say get well soon, Nicole. I wrote here that Nixie's become more of a familiar face on JCW broadcasts. I love the efforts that she puts into her look. It makes her unique. Also, hopefully others noticed she had a beret or looked kind of like a beret tilted to the side. And if you paid attention, she actually had the Luna Vachon lightning bolts that Luna painted across her head on the side of their head here. She had those lightning bolts. It's just
her gear was just so different from everybody else's gear. It was insane.
And it separates you from others. So yeah. I like art in my art, and I noticed she was bringing that to the forefront. So yeah, definitely giving a lot of credit for that. Much appreciated. Mara Sade, would love to see more on GCW TV. Agile, fast, great bumper, good look. Mara with a double underhook on Janai that ended with 2 knees to the face. Vicious move. Lena Kross. Janela and I both agree when we spoke on his interview. Lena should be on GCW TV now as much as we can for as long as we can before she's picked up. I felt her time is coming. Hard to ignore in this smaller indie ring how big she was. There was an impressive second rope fall away slam where she basically knocked everyone down like bowling pins. And the fun part here, we have Game Changer World split screen now. That was a surprise. I'm just going to let everyone know. Brant and I, when we first started this show years ago, we used to really love when GCW stepped up to the split screen because people don't realize we didn't even have that technology a couple years ago, or we didn't use it. And when we finally got it, we were all over it. And we were saying how much we liked it. We were telling Ash, GPW, how much it really made the product and the presentation better. And now at the bottom of the split screen is us. So I want to just say publicly, thank you so much to Brett Lauderdale Thank you so much to Adam. Thank you so much to Ash. And especially thank you so much to Ivan for putting that together for them. Really appreciate it. And I do want to just say on behalf of Brand also, and Frankie, we thank you so much for repping the product. And again, we're just fans and we're thankful that we're given this opportunity, period. Later in this match, all four were facing off. Everyone was hitting their moves. Lena hits a huge shoulder breaker and covers for 3. Moving on to the final round of the Luna Vachon Invitational, and our last participant was Lena Kross. Anything else you'd like to talk about this one before we go any further?
No, we're just repeating ourselves at this point because how many different ways can you do a fatal 4-way women's match like that? It was just a show. It was just showing off Lena's size the whole match.
That little ring showed it off. Let me tell you, I saw a couple times where she went to take steps to hit the ropes and there wasn't enough to take the steps she wanted. And you can see her kind of stutter step.
Because I know that WWE uses a 20 and GCW normally uses a 16, if my memory serves correct. And I think this one might have even been a size smaller than that.
I don't know. That one looked like a 14 or a 16 that they were using at JCW. I'm going to have to ask Adam sometime. What's the size of the ring you guys use?
Because that might have been. I know that building has its own ring that they keep underneath the tech stage.
If you held a gun to my head, I'd say 16 or 14.
Because I know for a fact that there is a ring that lives in that building full time. I'm not sure if GCW was using that ring tonight, Sunday.
I'll get a hold of Chad later and see what he has to say.
Because I know in the past they've brought their own ring to the building, but fuck if I know. I'm just some dork that has opinions about wrestling. So fuck me, right?
Just an update for you baseball fans, if there were any that were watching while the game was going on, which Blue Jays beat the Dodgers here 6-2, so now the series is tied 2-2. Reed can also
baseball's dead to me. Yankees lost. Baseball's dead to me until March.
All right, so our field is set. The 3 ladies are there, so then we move on then to a match or two in between our finals, like we usually would have here. Our tag team match: Joey Janela and Nick Comoroto versus Brian Keith and Josh Bishop. I'll bring it up again. We don't know why Hoodfoot wasn't in the match, and it could have just been an oversight, like I went to the restroom or something, just didn't hear it. I didn't catch why. I'm super sorry if there was a reason.
In the building, we didn't even we didn't even blink. We just thought,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so it is.
That's just the match. Cool. We're not worried.
Great choice for a backup though, with Josh Bishop. Meet Foxcatcher promised Hood and Keith they would double the bounty for the win. So I'm guessing then Josh Bishop is now getting that money. This was a very wrestling heavy match. There were various shows of strength by Comoroto and Bishop. This builds their character as hosses. We had a beef forever chant, which I think was the first time I've ever heard that. Comoroto skinning the cat was impressive. Would have loved to have seen him team with Mad Dog Connolly at some point. Joey impressively lifting Bishop over his head, I thought was fairly impressive. At times, you would swear this was 2 singles matches. You could see sometimes Joey was fighting mostly with Keith, Bishop staying up against Comoroto. Either way here, our winners.
I had that same thought.
You did? You felt like it was 2 singles matches counted as a... they just kind of stayed away from each other and gave each other appropriate space. So, I mean, I guess that's the right way to do it. And anytime they did mix, it was something impressive, like Janela took Bishop up over his head kind of thing. It had to be something big. And then they separate and go back to, 4th graders fight with the 4th graders, 6th graders fight with the 6th graders. Our winner here, Keith and Bishop, with the huge Bishop hammer bomb. So yeah, Keith and Bishop are going to be eating lobster after that little, hopefully they get their money. You can't trust foxes like that anymore.
Nope.
Anything in this one really stick out to you more than anything else?
It was another wrestling match. There. How much can you say about it? It was 2 big hosses just going at it, just beating the piss out of each other. That's all you want, really.
Maine lobster rolls.
There was a lot of hoss fights on this card.
Well, that's the other thing I really liked was the fact that there were okay in my head. I'm going to tell you the truth, man. There were so many bigger guys and hosses on this card that I was like, why isn't GCW bolstering their roster, so to speak, by maybe having some of these larger guys on the card?
Yeah.
Because I mean, for years, GCW has been taking big guys and just jobbing them out to the smallest wrestler on the card.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's time to let these guys breathe a little, because if GCW isn't going to use them, you can see JCW's definitely taking advantage of having these guys on the show. So, I mean,
like I said, not my money, not my house. You know, I can't
true.
speak to that.
True. Marcus has the money, John.
Listen, you're skipping ahead in the fucking review. Chill out. We're getting there.
Reed playing spoiler. That's it. We're going to have to kick out Reed. No, I don't want to even joke about that anymore.
And the fucker. Let's go. No.
All right. On to our next match here. We had a tag team hardcore match. The team of Matt Tremont and Bam Sullivan as two bald fucks versus Violence is Forever. Tremont and Bam have the generic WWE style ECW music. I'm so thankful they have that. I'm guessing it's Bam that did this, but they made team shirts that say two bald fucks, which gave us two bald fucks chance. Good to see Violence is Forever. I really do. I was always rough on them. I ended up liking them in the end, and now I miss them a little. So it's good to see them back.
There was too much too quick. I think that was the issue when they were champs. They were just too much too quick, and it was just every day, and they weren't really talking.
They weren't talking. So for me, what was going on was we were seeing the same thing over and over, which is fine if you put a little mic work to it to let people know how dominant you really are.
Yeah.
And when my wife watched, she said, well, they don't do anything different. They just do, is what she said. And it actually made sense when she said it. She's like, there's no flair. It's just that they do their job.
Yeah.
And see, there we go. They did their job and they did it well. It's just that we saw them for 20, 30, 40 straight matches, and it was kind of the same approach. And yeah, otherwise though, God damn, they are great wrestlers. And yeah, they are great wrestlers. They just do their thing and then they go home, and there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Violence is Forever versus the Rejects were fucking sick. No, that's true. That's very true. They were fighting with pumpkins, spider, candy, skeleton bones. We had a pumpkin stem in the asshole at one point. This is spooky chant. Oh, that's true. There were more than I must have been looking down when the second one touched the hole. We had that this is spooky chant. Frank helped Bam Sullivan and hitting Kevin Koo in the nuts. Is that how that went, Frank?
One of the pumpkin weapons rolled over to my chair, and they were doing the fight around the apron stuff. So I said, Bam, here. I threw him the pumpkin. He said, no, come here. And then I was playing Devon there for a minute while he applied the pumpkin. We'll use that terminology.
Okay, so this is going to go back to a talk we've had before. But okay, so first of all, the winner was two bald fucks. The fans loved the match for the imagination. I wrote here that this match could have been done in front of a bunch of kids and they would have loved it.
Oh yeah.
I'm just
what do you think we are?
Ever since someone put in my head that Tremont would have been an excellent non-deathmatch family style wrestler, I went, oh shit. He's
a big guy with a Santa beard. Yeah.
He didn't ever need to cut himself if he realized possibly that he could have been that guy if he wanted to be that guy.
We've talked about how like Matt Tremont could sell anything to anybody. He could sell water to a fish, right?
Mm-hmm.
You just saying that, how he's a bunch of kids. He has that expressiveness of like a kid's TV host.
Yeah. Even when he's getting cut for the camera, he's always doing the thing. Like he's a kid at heart, whether he, right here, lovable.
Just imagine like Matt Tremont doing like the Miss Rachel show.
Well, that's the thing. I think he's got enough of a head on his shoulders that he would have been great going out and promoting this company to maybe more families, charity events, schools, places like that. And I could very well have seen him even over these last 10, 20 years being one of the stars. The guy that comes out and cleans house from the bad guy, and
yeah, absolutely.
Man, like there's a missed chance there at some point, I think, for him where, who knows? Good is good. And it sounds like no matter where he went, he was going to be successful in this realm. So, Okay, this has a lot of names. Do you want to do it or you want me to do it?
Yeah, I'll take this one. I'll save you. So we have our Monster Mash Rumble, featuring Jay Lucas, Griffin McCoy, Sturdy Sal, Gary J, Jake Parnell of whatever flavor he is this week, Hunter Drake, LSG, Tank, Fancy Ryan Clancy, Matt Mako, Oni King, Sal Mistretta. I think he is Sturdy Sal.
He is Sturdy Sal. I fucked up and put it in twice.
You fucked up. You
fucked up.
Sam Holloway, Tony Deppen, Tank, and the Rev.
Oh man, Crow and Reed got a talk going on down here. Jeez. Oof. Anyway, I'm going to be honest. In this match, there was too much going on at one time to report. I recommend just watching it. This was a fun match with lots of spots. The music changed for each entrant. All of the songs Halloween themed. I heard Thriller and secretly hoped it was Santana Jackson. It wasn't. Hunter Drake came out on fire and the match kicked up a notch. Fans chanting for LSG to put his mask back on. Tony comes out dancing in a Freddy mask.
Was
that you?
That was me.
The goofy look on the mask made the entrance that much funnier for Deppen. The Rev with another awesome promo during Tank's entrance.
It finally came down. Real music.
Yeah, wasn't that interesting that they went with the real music instead of Halloween for him? And then
he was supposed to have some other match on this card, and I think because shit fell through and
yeah. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I do know that when he was supposed to come out with his mask, he immediately just threw it down, kind of thing. So yeah. I mean, he was selling no nonsense from the beginning here. Towards the end, it finally came down to Holloway and Clancy. I want to go ahead and say this publicly because I want to say I was wrong. I went back and watched some more Ryan Clancy matches. I am sold. The kid is fucking awesome as a kid. Yeah. I'm 45, but the guy's awesome. And yeah, I'm sold. I think he's fantastic. I'm actually looking forward to seeing him more at JCW.
I think
GCW.
I'm kind of guilty of this too, where he was a Beyond guy, and we had a certain air or a certain distaste for Beyond guys because we just live in such different bubbles. But then you realize like Marcus was their champ for God knows how long, and Cruel was up there, and all these other people were up there. Where some of these other people, like hell, even Gabby was up there and Beyond for God knows how long.
Yeah.
And they just existed in this other bubble where we just didn't care. And like, to not see, to be as close as, Worcester and Jersey, you would think like that's nothing when it comes to wrestling road trip. So like, you would think we would see more of those people down here, but they just never happened. And now to actually see them, you're like, oh, I'm eating my words and say like, these guys are great.
I want to put this up real quick. I got a kick out of Jerry Gay, Gary J, and Jake Parnell. Yeah, I know, right? No, I got God. This is one of those nights. Yeah, I got a kick out of Gary J.
On TV, like,
oh gosh, yeah. The rivalry being renewed. Some of their matches do look like horror movies. I do think that was cool. Yeah, Parnell, you're right. This is his third or fourth character now.
He was, I was thinking like, I thought to myself, which character is Warhorse now? And he's like, as Jake Parnell. He's not, he wasn't the nihilist Jake Parnell. He was just Jake Parnell.
Yeah, I think he's just trying things out. It's the indies, you know what I mean? Just trying to see which one sticks for him. And I still really liked Warhorse, but I think somewhere someone told him, look, this only goes so far.
Yeah.
Which kind of stinks, but I get it. But it was a very fun character. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. I always saw him and I thought like if he really worked really hard and hit the roids for like 30 years, he could be the Ultimate Warrior, which would have been like the ultimate metalhead. I don't know. I have a shitload of bad ideas, Frankie. Don't listen.
Oh,
all right. On
me.
to our finals of the Luna Vachon Invitational. This was a 3-way elimination match. I love elimination matches. We had Lena Kross versus Emersyn, Jayne versus Billy Starkz. Hey, okay, let's talk about that. I think I saw Emil turn to Scarlet and mouth. I don't think I've ever said 2 falls before. I think I heard him, not heard. I think I read his lips.
Yeah, and we were in the front row, and thank God me and Mittens caught on real quick, and we screamed 2 fall. And one of my other friends was like, "There was a 2 fall, and I wasn't there for it, motherfucker." No,
it is. It's just so rare. How often do you hear 2 falls? Interesting. So. I had great expectations for this match, especially after the 3 solid first round matches that we saw. Lena has an aura. She's imposing and was my pick for the winner here. She's the most TV ready. And if I was booking a champion on the indies right now, it would be her. Yeah. Fantastic triple moves by the women. Damn good match. None of the competitors sat out too long. And then I put Lena Kross got eliminated. Wow. It went down to Billy and Emersyn. Both gave us a short but good one-on-one here. Our winner of the Luna Vachon Invitational was Billy Starkz. I thought
it was going to be Billy and Lena to finish.
Yeah,
but they went the other way.
Very surprising.
Once Kross got pinned, I'm like, okay, yeah, it's going to be Billy.
Yeah, you kind of saw that one coming down the pipeline. Just So for me, if I put on my promoter hat, I would be looking at either Lena because she's the most TV ready and has the upside, or Billy because she's already on TV and has the most,
and
media
she's not an unknown to us,
right,
within the GCW spheres. So
right, so she checks off a lot of boxes there. But yeah, let's see. I put bravo to all the ladies in this tournament. All of you shined beyond expectations. Honestly, very thankful that I could say that. If GCW won't, maybe this is where JCW should kickstart a new women's revolution on the indie scene, because this weekend showed me the talent.
I don't hate it.
The talent's there, and I think it's time to maybe get the old paint stirring stick out there and maybe see if you can stir up a little something, because this weekend I was shown that JCW can put on quality wrestling matches. They have quality females coming in, and they have quality big guys there. And then let's go on the other end and talk about people like Bengston, people like Moriarty. We have a lot of quality people coming through there right now. We haven't even gotten to that match, but I see what Adam is trying to do with the card, and I like where he's going with it. I like the vision right now. Anything else about this Luna Vachon Invitational before we move on to the 8-person tag?
I'm just repeating you at this point. We're so linked up on what we have to say about these matches these days.
Well, then let's move on to match number 8. This was a 6-person tag team match. We had the team of YDNP and Marcus Mathers going up against the team of Lee Moriarty, Darian Bengston, and Adam Priest. In my notes here, I have that I love YDNP's matching purple and orange gear, laughing at Bengston and Moriarty dancing behind Priest while he walks to the ring straight-faced. Oliver and Moriarty had a solid back and forth. There were plenty of counters. Moriarty and Price have tremendous potential also. And I also wrote here that Priest and Mathers have a real high potential for a solid wrestling match. At one point, Bengston, Moriarty, and Priest all had submissions locked in on the 3 opponents. Awesome chunk of match where YDNP opened up their tag team moves book and let everyone have it. Oliver pulling a hurt Price to the corner to tag in Mathers. Mathers hits a sidewinder suplex. Mathers and Price go up to the top turnbuckle. They hit their moves. Mathers hits a 450 splash, and that was our win. Our winners here, YDNP and Mathers. Again, I wrote it again. Well done match. Thoughts on this one here?
Everybody in this match was moving great. There's nothing wrong with, you know, YDNP bringing in Marcus. They look as clean as a trio as they do as just Jordo and Alec. There's, you know, Marcus just slides in so perfectly to that formula that you have there. I can't say anything bad about them. The other side, the only thing I can say is it did feel sort of thrown together, which it was. But
Yeah.
That's like the only bad thing I had to say about it is the other side just kind of felt like who's left and doesn't have a match tonight was the other side of that match.
Let's see what else we have over here. Next is the Frank Invitational. You in it, Frankie? You ready to make an invitational?
Maybe.
I booked the John Wolf Invitational. I booked the John Wolf Invitational, and that was even Brett approved. He even liked that little lineup that I had. 7 of 8 matches were first-time matches. Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah, man. I guess we'll go ahead and move on then. On to our...
I mean, it was
a good match.
Served a purpose. You knew that YDNP were winning because they're still tag champs. You're not going to have your tag champs lose like that unless it's for a very specific story reason.
Yeah.
So.
All right, then we'll move on to our 9th match, a tag team match. Cowboy Way, that's Manders and Shire versus BeastDog. That's Beastman and Mad Dog Connolly. All right. So I wrote here, I think BeastDog is a good team. Beastman came out first. Connolly was immediately behind him. Beast accidentally catches on the curtain and the whole fucking entrance comes down.
The whole fucking arch goes down.
It's God. That's what a beast does, though. Let's be honest. Unfortunately, he loses his bone. Connolly is laughing his ass off. He grabbed it for him. I swear I love Beastman, but his entrances are cursed. I don't know how or why.
Just play into it. Just play into it at this point.
That's what I'm saying. I don't really care what the hell happens because he plays into it. He leans into it. And honestly, I mean, as long as he keeps moving forward, I feel like he's winning fans at GCW and JCW because I've noticed those Husk chants have gotten louder over time. So I feel that people are connecting with him more and more. Connolly lost his hair. I thought that was a little sad. It's like teriyaki. I really did get attached to Mad Dog's hair a little bit there. Was hoping that Connolly was going to pull some of old Mad Dog Vachon's moves as a tribute. I thought this would have been the show to do it. I can't remember if I saw any, so I won't say anything besides that.
That was before my time too, so I can't even comment on it.
He stopped wrestling like when I started wrestling, so we're talking like mid 80s. So, I mean, he hasn't been around forever, but you know, there's a couple things that he used to do that I'm thinking, okay, Mad Dog has the name. He probably should have, you know, maybe pulled out a couple of Vachon's moves, and maybe he did. So that's why I'm saying I feel terrible if I said, well, he didn't, but maybe
someone in the chat will correct us if we're wrong. So
that's what I love our chat for. Beastman sitting in Bear Bronson's lap, I think at one point. Beastman also looked very strong in this match. Connolly took one of Manders' boots. The boot became a weapon at one point. There was a nasty spot where Connolly speared Manders to the outside of the ring. It looked so good even on TV. Shire, whom I didn't speak enough of, sealed the deal with a huge suplex on Beastman and a cover for 3. Our winners in this one, Manders and Shire, the Cowboy Way.
And
thoughts on this?
I believe Shire and Mad Dog has already been set up for Thanksgiving.
Well, that's kind of where I think this next part went in here, because after the match, Connolly was not done with the fight, both going after Manders, both choke slam Manders. Connolly hits a spike pile driver. Manders is out. Beastman comes off the top rope, hits a huge splash on Manders, and they leave. So there's some drama. And
from what I understand, Manders is back on another long European loop. So it's going to be Thomas Shire on his own for a minute.
Come back soon, Manders, because we miss you. But I can tell you this much. Every time Manders goes out of the country, motherfucker comes back better. Yep. Always. So
I mean, I said that to his fucking face. And like, you know, every time he goes back and he does some wild shit in Europe and comes back. So
he's a learner. I mean, obviously that's what you can see with him is he's always trying to improve and grow. And the ones who do that in the long run succeed better than others from what I've seen. All right. So then Emil comes out to announce JCW's next show. The copyright comes up on the screen. I'm thinking it's the end of the broadcast. That's when Mason's music hits. He comes over, he grabs Emil by the neck, puts Emil down. Mason says he wants the championship because he's the #1 contender. Brian Keith's music. He comes out and he hands the JCW belt over to Mason. It's a gift from Keith and Foxcatcher. Mason celebrates his new championship, and that's when Billie Starkz music hits. She comes out and says she also has rights to the JCW championship as she is also a #1 contender. It was then announced that we will have an impromptu match right there on the spot for the new JCW champion. Ring the fucking bell. And that's when I noticed like the JCW crowd, they are kind of kicked up a couple notches. Like, all right, we've got, here's our main event.
We were fine if it was just going to end with Mason just being gifted the belt because that's such a heelish thing to do.
Yeah,
we were totally fine with if that was how the show was going to end. And then, that's our big bad. We have to come fight the next show. Fine. That's great. That's movement. That's movement in the storyline. Perfect. This was great too. And we were like, oh, we're going to get a match. Oh, okay. This isn't a setup for next week. Oh, we're getting this now. Fuck yeah. Let's go. So,
wow. So many comments on this one too. Charles Mason's outside your door. Let's see what else we have. Third time I've gotten blue balls from him. His day is coming. His day is coming. I'm sure he's too much of a complete wrestler to not. I mean, he's been a champion in other places and held it for a while. Doing that at GCW should not be hard. And I don't know if people are listening, but he has a fan base, and that fan base fought up against Billie Starkz in this match. So. All right, so yeah, on to our main event, the JCW Championship match, Charles Mason versus Billie Starkz. The bell rings. Mason tries to end it early. Billie has already fought 5 different opponents across 2 different matches before she got to this one. Billie had a rough time recovering. Mason was relentless, choking her with his shirt, then stepping on her hair. He pushes her into a corner and calls her names. Quite a few fans were solidly behind Mason, others for Billie, which created a different dynamic in the crowd. Anytime Billie tried to get the upper hand, Mason had the answer. We're 6+ minutes into the match and no sign of a Billie win. Billie finally locks in a chokehold. She gets Mason to the ground. Goes for 3. Senior referee Adam Galt counts 2, and he's pulled out of the ring by Brian Keith. Brian tries to help Mason, but Mathers comes out to help Billie. Marcus steals the flash drive and runs off, and Keith runs after him. Mason was placed back in the ring. Billie goes for the swanton, and Mason locks in a chokehold. Billie looks out, but eventually grabs the rope. Billie cradles Mason into a small package, and that's how we got a new champion. Our winner and new JCW World Champion, Billie Starkz. Fans are pounding the ring. Everyone's ecstatic. There's a lot going on here in regards to booking. We'll talk about that in a second, but what were your thoughts on a Billie Starkz win here?
I mean, either way, I think we would have been fine coming out of this whole, Masha situation. I'll say the M word. It's either way, we would have been fine. We would have been in good hands with either person as a champion. If Billie wins, we've got this great, kid-friendly champion. That little kids love the younger generation. Marcus, Billie, you're muted. Gotcha.
It's family centered. I was just going to say she's family centered. She's somebody that can draw from all audiences.
And Mason, it would have been that more, smarkish, fan kind of crowd would have leaned into that. Oh, okay, let's see where this goes,
Mm-hmm.
Where the kids don't understand why we like that person being a champion versus Billie's like, oh, she's, smiley, happy girl who everybody loves. Like, it's just different flavors. Like I said, the whole different flavors of ice cream thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
we
there's
were
nothing
fine
wrong
either
with
way. It's just, like I said, we just wanted movement, and we finally got movement. that was the big takeaway from this.
Yeah, it was not in the best circumstances, but we finally got movement on that title, and it did need to happen because it was stale. And it just is what it is, and that's nothing to take away from her as a performer, but just the run was stale, and it happened with Violence is Forever. What happens is if you see the same thing over and over without any stretch of imagination or creativity to it, what happens is you just get the same thing over and over. Yeah. And sometimes that can be good, but sometimes that can be just lack of creativity. And Billy Starkz is someone we all enjoy watching succeed and are very happy. Yeah, this is somebody that the GCW universe can get behind very easily.
Yeah.
Again, at some point, a GCW champion, maybe. I don't know if it fits her, but I wouldn't put it. I don't know. She would be a transitional champion, if any.
I see her, if she would ever be the champion, it would be a long, drawn out #1 contendership to be stolen, a la, RSP taking it from Gage that one time.
She's going to be defined. This JCW run will be defined by who she has as competitors.
I agree. I absolutely agree. It's entirely on the booking. It's not in her hands right now. It's not on her work because we know her work.
Yeah, so we know what she's giving us. We already know how we're going to feel when she comes out. So what's going to be new? The only thing that's going to be new with her is probably going to be her opponents. So hopefully the quality of her opponents set the pace for the quality of her championship run. Let's see here. Also waiting to see what happens with Marcus and the flash drive. That's also a story that we haven't finished that yet either. Wonder what's going to be on there. Cause I mean, what'd be funny is if the next thing we see is Marcus is in a Lamborghini fanning himself with some 20s. Let's see. Right here. I just hope that Billy will now show up at more GCW shows defending. Yeah, that's the other byproduct. I wonder if we're going to see her out here in LA.
Maybe. That was also one of the other big drums we kept, beating on about the JCW championship. It's like it was defended all these shows, but it really didn't matter that much. So I mean, like I just want some crosstalk to actually matter once in a while. That was my main issue.
Well, that's fair to ask for too. Have absolutely loved the booking of Brian Keith. Haven't been booked this well since his days grinding before TV. Nice. Marcus doesn't have the password. There's got to be a website or something he can go to where he can get that password. I don't know. Maybe he knows a hacker or something. Same thing. Crow says, I hope we see more Billy. Mason has a rematch for the title at the Thanksgiving show. And the password is Kill Masha, which actually for Foxcatcher, that makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. So, anything else you would like to say about JCW's Possession before we kind of close it out here?
It was the most fun I've had at a JCW show in a minute. I don't know if it was a venue change from not being in Asbury Park, because some of those Asbury Park shows were not the most packed. And I just think the Northern crowd draws in a different group of people. More the New York City crowd rather than like the Asbury Park we're on the fringe of that Philly crowd.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that Asbury Park's outside of the New York City sphere of influence, but the people that are gonna drive up for a one-day, afternoon show in Asbury Park's a different crowd than the people that are gonna go take a bus from the city over to Ridgefield Park.
Well, if I were to gauge where JCW is going in the next couple months, given this show, I would have to say that the outlook looks bright. And it looks like it has some thought and direction behind it, which we sometimes don't always see. So it's nice to see that it looks like Adam has sat down at a table with some paper and some pencil and really put some ideas to work, because I feel like we're seeing it. And I appreciate that, because I hate guessing. I like to know what I'm getting when I go to that place. And It says here, William said the House of Independence is a great venue, but it just gets cramped in there. I feel like there's something dark about the place. Like it doesn't have the right energy.
It's a black box theater. Like it's meant to be. It's a tiny little 2 storefront wide, strip mall. Like it's literally it's the frontage is like 50 feet wide on like a main drag of a small to medium city. It's not a big place.
And I feel like it's hard to get a camera in the right place on it too. It seems like
you only really have the hard cam and maybe like one side angle camera in there. And the hard cam's always, 1 story up. So
Reed said there is enough talk about Lee's an Orange Crush guy. I didn't know that. I'll take it. Okay, here. Okay, I'll just say that we finished it.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
I'm used to be always going, okay, on it. He's always I'm not.
I'm not that guy. Sorry.
No, I'm the loose animal, and he's the one going, okay, this is the next thing we do, John.
I'm just here so I don't get fined. No.
Yeah. My summary is just this is a fun weekend overall with both GCW and JCW leaning heavy into the Halloween theme. I hope we see more shows that lean into various holidays or themes because I feel like they're knocking them out of the park. I really enjoy them and I enjoy the variety. That's what it's all about.
Yeah. You just don't want to see the same thing over and over again.
All right. Well, before we leave, is there anything else you would like to share with the group before you go?
No, I mean, the only things we have really left are upcoming shows, which is going to be the American Dream Mall show, the afternoon of Full Gear again, I believe.
Yeah, it's a little ways away. I actually didn't even put it on my upcoming shows because it's like weeks out kind of thing.
And that's just me being a Jersey homer again, saying like, "Oh, the next show is this."
Yeah.
Sorry. What else? Before that, we even have. Oh, right. We have this New England loop is next week. Sorry, that's much more pressing than the American Dream. We have the New England loop next weekend, or 2 weekends from now, and then that third weekend will be the American Dream Mall, with Thanksgiving the day after that, and then we have that West Coast loop the day after that. A couple weeks after that. So
yeah. I'll let everyone know too. I want to be fair. I have been super busy given circumstances from September and October. Normally I have interviews set up and run. You guys know me. I haven't missed any in 3 years. This last one that we took off, B had some work to do and I didn't have anybody. So we took the time off. We're going to see what happens next week. I am just mentally getting back on my feet, guys. So I've said it before. Thank you. You guys have been freaking awesome through this whole thing. ZMZO said, all my NYC folks, GCW returning to the Melrose Ballroom in February. The venue MLW runs down here. Last show there was 2022 House of Glory versus East West. Damn, ZMZO. Thank you. I didn't know that.
A few other shows that have been there was Lost in New York. The first emo fight was there. And I swear I'm forgetting one more show.
This is why we have you on the show, Frankie. You know this stuff.
I was at that emo night. I was at the first emo fight, so I forget what other shows were there. But I remember that they kind of stopped going there and started going to Roulette in Brooklyn instead of Melrose. So this will be the first true New York City show since Hammerstein. So we'll see what happens at this one. And New Year's will be at the Mecca again this year. So that'll be much more of a low key. I mean, last year's show, it was much more low key than the previous years in Atlantic City. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I forget what day of the week New Year's falls on this year.
Ooh.
New
You're
Year's
looking it up, I'm guessing.
Wednesday to Thursday this year. So that's like dead center in the middle of a weekend. So
that's a weird one.
Yeah.
I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of people calling off on Fridays. Because, Wednesday night's New Year's Eve. New Year's is Thursday.
And then Friday is like, yep.
Yeah, Friday. If you call off if you call off, you've got 3 straight days off after that. So I mean,
Right.
hard to argue.
So take it as it is.
Take it as it is indeed. All right. Well, we did it, right, Frankie?
You could say that. Oh.
No, we did. It was nice to have you on here, man. I do appreciate it. I
came in here. I came in on here sort of last minute, so I wasn't as nearly as prepared as I should have been for this week, but I'm trying to do the damn thing for you guys. So
we appreciate you, man. We're all volunteers and we're all donating time, dude. Anything that we do is better than nothing, and we're chilling with friends too, so that's kind of cool. It works out. Gives me something to do on a Tuesday night, you know.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well then let's roll it out here. Again, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bell if you want notified when we go live next time. Please leave a comment. It's free and it helps our algorithm. Super chats are available if you want to donate. You can find Frankie on Twitter at Frankie_GC World. You can find me on Twitter at GC World Podcast. As always, thank you so much for choosing to spend your time with us tonight. We will be seeing you next week. And let's send them out like we always do. Long live
GCW.
Thank you so much. And we miss you, Brant.
Good night,
we'll
everybody.
see you soon.